Think about this. I say good. Maybe the gigolo or hussy are going to think twice before ruining someone's marriage. Want to hear from you on this one? Call in. The number 1-877. Tell HLN. Joining me to talk about this, Vikki Ziegler. It's a good one, huh, Vikki?
I love it.
Yeah, it's our family law attorney, Vikki Ziegler. Also with us, Debbie Nigro, founder for First Wives World, how to make wise decisions if a marriage becomes a broken dream. Want to hear what Debbie has to say about this. Let's go to a few Facebooks. A lot of people chiming in on this one. Again, call in. 1-877. Tell HLN's the number. Holly F. writing this. It's a total waste of time and money. I'd just get even. Well, this is one way to get even. And here's one from Bobby G. writing, this is the best law out there. Wait until I tell my hubby. Clean it up, hubby. All right, some good stuff there. Everybody wants in. Call us, by the way, 1-877. Tell HLN. Vikki, you know, I think it's great. You can't ruin somebody's marriage or life without paying a price. What do you think?
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's certainly a deterrent. If you know that you're going to go out there and somebody's going to cheat with your spouse, if you're scorned, you can absolutely sue them in some of those states if those sins occurred, and you may get heavy money damages. So certainly it is a deterrent out there. I mean, most of the states, of course, have abolished it. That's why there's only 7 out there. But very interesting. I think people need to really think twice before they commit adultery, like a Tiger Woods, you know, going out of the marriage and doing something reprehensible. So certainly a deterrent for those out there thinking about it.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. Debbie, your thoughts on these lawsuits?
Well, in this recession, I could sort of take my wife, please, could become a new business opportunity. But realistically, you know, when people are in an affair, they never ever consider the faceless person on the other side. And I think a law like this might actually make them consider there might be somebody with feelings and a life and a family on the other side. They may not want to blow up. And you know what happens to somebody when they're on the receiving end of the news that their spouse is cheating is a broken dream.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Elin, she thought Tiger Woods was the ticket.
Yep.
And his friend said so too. He was the guy, you know, with class and integrity. And so I feel so for her right now, trying to figure this all out, where it went wrong. To believe in a husband, you know, and when you lose the trust and your kids are involved, I mean, I don't blame her for leaving the country and taking the kids with her. I mean, she can't be around for this and expose those kids.
Okay, what about that, Vikki? Elin, could she use one of these lawsuits? Let's face it, nothing's been confirmed, but at this rate, Tiger, he's probably had a little excursion in one of these states, right?
I'm sure he probably hit all 7, actually, but I think certainly Elin can consider filing a suit under alienation of affection. But you know what? I don't think it's the route she's going to go. I think her family's been humiliated enough, and I think if she renegotiates the right number for her prenuptial agreement, makes sure that she has some financial security for herself and her children, and if she wants to stay in the marriage and Tiger does cheat again, allegedly, then she knows she's going to be secure for the rest of her life.
Okay, we want to hear from you, your thoughts on this. You know the number 1-877. Tell HLN. We'll talk further. How do you prove this, and what do you have to prove? Your calls coming up.
Hi, Jitterbug Jay.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, excuse me. I'll be right back.
Whoa, where did you go?
Oh, I was running out of my prepaid minutes, so I had to go top off.
Oh, sounds like such a hassle.
Yeah, don't you hate when that happens?
I would know. I'm not a prepaid.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hold that thought. Sorry. I had to add some more minutes to keep talking.
I was saying that I'm not locked into a contract, and I don't have to worry about keeping track of those prepaid minutes.
Oh! Wow, you are so lucky.
I prefer to think of it as keeping things simple.
Oh, hey, if I go silent suddenly, don't worry, because it's just,
Are you okay? Should I call someone?
Introducing the new Jitterbug J. Simplicity for everyone. New, more affordable rate plans start at $14.99 a month with no contracts. Order your Jitterbug today with a valid credit card and get a free car charger. Call 1-800-379-9329 or visit jitterbug.com.
Jitterbug!
Terror in Mumbai, Saturday and Sunday night, 8 Eastern on CNN.
If you're not using the Fios Widget Bazaar, you're not getting the most from your Fios TV. With the Weather Bug widget, it's easy to check the weather in your area or any location around the country. You can get the current and 7-day outlook. And if you want more detail, you can switch to hour by hour or check out the radar. The Weather Bug widget is just one of many innovations in the Fios Widget Bazaar. And another reason life on the network keeps getting better. This is Fios. This is big.
Where you going?
Canal and hey,
You.
Yeah, and what I mean is, where's your career going? Well, I thought about an MBA. Yeah, I know. I'm you. And luckily for us, you decided to call Metropolitan College and ask about their one-year MBA in media management. And how did we pay for this or fit it around our schedule? MCNY worked with us to get us great financial aid. I even got a merit award. And they have pretty flexible schedules. Wow, I really got moving, didn't I? We're all about momentum. Speaking of which, this is where I get off. You can do this. Call 1-800-33-THINK.
Welcome back to Prime News on HLN. Continuing our conversation. Want to hear from you. Your thoughts on the ability to sue the person who cheated with your spouse, to go after them. It's called an alienation of affection lawsuit. It can happen in 7 states, and if you commit the act there in one of those 7, you could be held liable as well. Taking your calls, 1-877-TEL-HLN. Jackie's with us, South Carolina. Jackie, your thoughts here?
Yes. Hi, Mike. Love
Hey,
your
Jackie.
show.
Thanks.
My question was about if the cheating spouse tells the person that they cheat with that they're unmarried, how can the person, the other spouse who's been cheated on, then go after that person?
Good point. Vicki, let's say I'm sure that's a defense out there. Hey, I didn't know they were married. What do you do then legally to prove it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're talking about the 3 elements of an alienation claim. It's number 1, their spousal love. Number 2, that spousal love was destroyed. And number 3, that meddler contributed maliciously to the derogation of the marriage. So at the end of the day, you can't prove that this woman tried to destroy the marriage because she didn't know about it. So it's a good point. Very hard to prove the 3rd element of this actual lawsuit.
3rd element again was what? The malicious conduct was malicious?
Yes, that meddler, the paramour, had to either contribute to the alienation of affection or maliciously try to destroy the marriage. And if you don't know there's a marriage, how could you intentionally destroy it?
Gotcha. I see in these lawsuits, this takes 2 to tango. So I just see a lot more legal fees and not a lot of, real settling of these cases, because no one's ever going to say the other person wasn't, involved. How do you prove who was, who wasn't? It just makes no sense.
Well, it's difficult. Yeah, of course.
Let me give an example, you guys, and then I'll let you comment, Vicki, because there have been some cases go the jilted spouse's way, i.e. the case, a sad one, Laura Patterson, married 50 years. We looked on WRAL on their website trying to find out some more particulars because, to your point, Debbie, there's some broken hearts here. Laura Patterson was married to her husband 50 years. Along comes the 30-year-old, steals hubby away. He was 69 at the time. She's awarded $500,000, $250,000 for the alienation of affection, $250,000 for criminal conversion. I think that's the legal term for adultery. But how sad is that? Couldn't imagine the pain she's going through. Debbie, it sounds like you're a little skeptical on these, and I don't think that poor Laura would ever recover in full. But at least it's a start, isn't it?
Yeah. Again, people don't realize how disastrous the blow-up is emotionally when you wreck somebody's home base until yours is wrecked, and then you might get the, the drift here. But I think people sometimes, and I just wrote a little article about my take on Tiger Woods, which was I think some men, and I guess some women, compartmentalize their lives between the home life and the hidden life, and they never expect the 2 to cross. And when they do, it really does blow up, and they don't think far enough ahead to the ramifications of having a dalliance, and so maybe people would, at least with a law like this in place, although I don't know if it would be very effective in the long run, at least think a little bit about who's on the other side.
The deterrent nature of this. Let's get another call in. Laura is with us in North Carolina. Hi, Laura, your thoughts?
Hey, Mike.
Hi.
I was cheated on in my marriage, but you were saying earlier that you thought that, that someone wrecked the home, but I think the problem had to be there to start with, that somebody didn't just come in and wreck the marriage. I feel like if my husband hadn't been shopping, he wouldn't have bought.
Yeah. So
so there was something missing.
You blame him more so, obviously.
No, I just blame the whole marriage. It wasn't right. So everyone is not. Everybody can't come in and wreck your marriage.
Okay.
There's a lot of loveless marriages.
Stay home.
And Vicki, what about that? So if the marriage is not in a great position, does that affect one of these lawsuits?
Well,
they're going through a rocky time, and this happens.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a defense. I mean, certainly for the mistress to say, listen, I didn't intend to break up this marriage. They had issues beforehand. I came into the picture later. So certainly, I mean, these cases are not foolproof. Obviously, these judgments are far and few between, and people need to kind of think carefully about actually filing a lawsuit and not filing a frivolous one. They are costly. And I think at the end of the day, this is from a philosophical point of view. You know what? Respect your marital vows. I mean, it's pretty basic. It's a marriage contract. Stay married, don't cheat.
Yes, yeah, exactly. It starts with the spouse who cheats. Let's say that. Well, we got to run, guys. Vikki, Debbie, thanks so much. Thank you, the viewers, for Facebooks and calls as well. Coming up, well, we've mentioned his name, Tiger. New details.